What is up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online for another Ixalan draft. This pack is pretty good. Entrancing Melody, among the best rare in the set. Very strong. Mind control effect. Brainfoker, I think I do like as the second next best card. Plunderers are fine, but not that good, and double colored. Brainfoker is great. Shade Guardian pretty solid, but yeah, I think fairly easy Melody here. Interesting. Freebooter is pretty good. Sometimes you miss, but missing could also mean you are in good shape, just because if they don't have any removal, you might just be able to kill them with, some of your threat, and especially if you have a deck that has a decent amount of flyers and they don't end up having removal in hand, this can work out fine. Obviously, if you hit and you can get something, it's pretty nice. Sometimes they have a cheap removal and a costly removal. You can pick the cheap one, and they are forced to wait a lot of turns using the costly one and then getting back the cheap one. It's overall pretty good. I thought it would be better than it is, but it's still a very solid uncommon. Probably gonna go with that. I don't think any of the blue cards are strong enough to just try and stay mono blue. And Boon is the other option. Very good card in the blue-green Merfolk deck. But I think I'm slightly happier to second pick a freebooter here. Alright, I do like Wanted Scoundrels quite a bit. Do like blue-black Pirate a lot, as far as archetypes go. It's not very often open. It's one of the, it's a pretty good archetype, but it's not open very often. Always happy when I get to play it. Hopefully we'll get a couple cutlasses to play with our pirates, but yeah. So far, pretty straightforward draft. Interesting. Now I might want to change my colors potentially. I mean, there's really nothing good in blue or black. I could pick Queen's Bay Soldier, which is fine. Castaways, unless you have enough artifacts, is pretty underwhelming. Arcane Adaptation, not very playable. I could see just picking Paladin of the Bloodstain, which I think is the best card in this pack, and potentially keep the options open to maybe go black-white if blue isn't, if blue is not open at all. I mean, Melody is very good. I'd rather play it if I could, but if we don't see any other blue card during draft, maybe it's, maybe we should just jump into another color combination. Alright, well, this pack is better than the last one. Probably just gonna pick Bloodletter. Don't really care if it's Vampire or not. I mean, it's just a good card no matter what you're doing in a black deck. Dispersal is fine, but I think it's weaker if we end up blue-black. I mean, I think Bloodletter is just a better card. Same with Interloper, pretty good, but Bloodletter is better. And Spineback is pretty strong, but it's not really what we're doing right now. Relatively late Spineback and Whiptail. I mean, the two cards are pretty good, plays pretty well together. Mark of the Vampire, Prosperous Pirates. I've said that a lot, but I really don't like auras. It turns out they are actually pretty good in this set, though. So maybe I should just pick Mark of the Vampire, despite me not really liking that a lot. Prosperous Pirates is a fine pick, though, but I think it's just Mark. Would not have made this pick a couple days, week ago, but yeah. And it's probably not the pick you will make if Mark of the Vampire is reprinted in a set in a couple, years or months, and it's likely that most limited environment will not be very friendly to auras and cards like that. It's just that in Ixalan they are pretty good, but in general not so good. You would almost never play that when it was in the core set. Anyway, Deadeye Tormentor is a fine 3-drop, not super exciting but decent. There's a couple, slightly stronger cards, but I think I'm happy to pick Tormentor. I'm not a big fan of Schooner. I don't think it's bad, but I'd just rather have some creature 3-drop most of the time. Vehicles can be a little bit clunky. This set is a lot about racing, in draft at least, and when you're on the draw, you are getting aggroed casting a vehicle instead of a creature on turn 3 can be pretty dangerous. You can fall behind pretty easily. That's a late Huntmaster. I don't think we'll end up playing red at this point though, so probably just gonna go with the Soldier. Queen's Commission now. We're definitely not seeing a lot of blue. I mean, again, the card is very good. Not sure we'll get to play it though. It's pretty likely we see a lot of blue pack 2 though, because we did not pass any good blue card. So maybe, but yeah. It's pretty likely we don't get any blue pack 3. I mean, blue seems cut so much that I'm wondering if even pack 2 we might not see a lot of blue. The guy drafting right next to us probably did not go into blue because we really did not pass anything, but 1 or 2 seats further there could easily be you know, 1 and maybe more blue drafters. Interesting. Huh. Captivating Crew is very strong. We could easily jump into black-red. We don't have a lot of white. I mean, we are mostly mono-black for now, with a couple options in other colors. Now, I don't think we saw a lot of red pack 1, so again, same thing that is true with blue. Might see this amount of red this pack, but probably not pack 3. We could just pick Bishop Soldier and, you know, solidify ourselves in black-white mid-range vampire. I think this is better than Armazor or Ixalan. We could try to pick one of the 2 blue cards, which are fine to go into blue. Crew is very strong though. I think I kind of like just picking Crew. And, you know, we'll see what we want to do. At some point we'll have to choose, but we still have, I think, a little bit of time to keep our options open and just figure out what we are getting. I mean, Crew is also something we'd splash for in a blue-black, you know, mainly blue-black pirate deck. There's a Pious Interdiction here as the best card. Yeah, so far it seemed that white was more open than red and or blue. The safest way to play this draft is probably just to pick Interdiction and, you know, put ourselves into black-white mid-range. Now, could also pick Prosperous Pirate, try to play base blue-black, splash for the Crew. Dispersal is also an option, but if we are trying to splash for that, I think might want to pick that. I think it's just Interdiction though, it's just the best card. Now there's a Glorifier of Dusk as the best card in the pack. Yeah, maybe I should have just picked the Bishop Soldier. You know, pick 1, pack 2, would have been a little bit safer. We have a couple pirates, could play pirates, I guess. Still not sure how you... No, I guess I know how to pronounce it. Everyone keeps correcting me on the stream, but I just can't. I mean, I just cannot pronounce it right somehow. Anyway, March is, you know, it's playable if you don't have a lot of pirate. You can pirate, I guess. You can always reanimate something. It's better if you have pirates. We do have a couple of these, so maybe it's fine. Because just pick Prosperous Pirate though. Keep our options open for blue still, but blue is just not open. I think it's just time to abandon blue probably. Gonna pick the Cutthroat here. A bunch of very good green cards in this pack. Skullduggery is really nice, very good trick. Another Queen's Commission. A very late Glorifier of Dusk. Yeah, this Wield. Yeah, okay, well. It's a little bit clunky because we opened pretty much 2 Bomber Airs in colors that were absolutely not open. But the good news is that we only spent 2 picks on that. And now we are in colors that we know are open, so... You know, everything should go fine. Deck could be a little bit stronger if I had picked the 2/2 lifelink over the crew, but I think there was a slightly higher upside in picking that. You know, it's not that big of a deal. We kind of missed a pick for that reason, but again, I don't think it's too bad for us. And we have we have enough playable, so this is not really a problem either. I don't think we'll end up with short unplayables. And now we are really sure about what we are doing pack 3 and what's up and what we should go for and what we should not go for, so it's gonna make things easier. Slash is fine. At worst, it's a good sideboard option, but it's also main deckable. I'm not a big fan of Legion's Judgment, but this deck doesn't have much reinvol right now. Many reinvol, so maybe I'll main deck it. Like, I'd rather have something like Vampire Zeal over Slash of Talents or more Skullduggeries. I'd rather have more Pious Interdiction or, I don't know, Contract Killing or Vanquish the Weak over Legion's Judgment, but if I don't get the slightly better Trick/Reinvol, I'll play the one that are a little bit weaker, just make sure I have a little bit of interaction, basically. But hopefully we get, better Reinvol tricks and we can just put these in the sideboard. Sorry about that, I just hit my microphone with my cup of tea. The noise might have been a little bit brutal, unexpected, really sorry about that. And now we open a Bomber Air in the third color that's not open at this table. Alright, pretty happy to pick Dark Nourishment, it's a fairly good card, but it's kind of funny that we open, a blue Bomber Air, a red Bomber Air, a green Bomber Air, and the two colors that are open at this table for us are black and white. I mean, it is what it is. Alright. Now we have an interesting question here, I think. We could pick the weaker 2-drop, make sure our curve is good enough. It's also more Pirates for the March, potentially. Pirates, I guess. I keep saying, it's the A. I'm saying Pirate, and it's more like Pirate, I guess. The difference is so slim and weird for me. I really have a hard time pronouncing it right. Anyway, yeah. Slightly weaker card, better card, but our curve is actually somewhat high, not like super high, but we have like 5 cards that cost 4, 3 cards that cost 5, not many 2-drops. I think it might just be safer to pick Hoarder, even though Paladin is slightly stronger. Okay, third Glorifier is nice, I guess. I think it's always going to be better than Deathless Enchant. Deathless Enchant is pretty good in this deck, though. It's interesting, actually. We do have 2 Queen's Commission, a Paladin, a couple other random vampires. I don't really see that being better than Glorifier, though. I don't think this card is good. Don't think I'll play another Cutthroat. I could imagine a matchup where I want 2 Judgments, though. Probably not gonna main deck 2, but nice to have a second one inside. Schooner actually a little bit better if you have Queen's Commission. And, Vampire in general. The 1/1 token are decent at crewing it, so don't mind that. Another Dark Nourishment team. Damn, all the 5. I'm really happy I picked the Hoarder over a 4-drop, given the amount of 5 we recently got. Can't really play any more 5-drop at this point. Or 6. Might play an Interloper. Tormentor could play that, I guess. kind of want this 2-drop. Erasor is, again, better card, but we need to think about the curve. This is more important. I don't think I like March of Drawn a whole lot in this deck. I like these spells. I think I'm gonna keep them in the main. And then I could see getting 1 Tormentor, not super exciting. And maybe the Cutthroat. Cutthroat kind of plays well with the 1/1 token though. You just get to attack and they either get drained or, you know, block and you get a decent trade. Maybe Interloper. I don't know, Interloper I think is overall better card than Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, but in a Vampire deck could see the Cutthroat being better. Probably not though. I think I'm just getting the Cutthroat. Oh, Steadfast Armazor. The Armazor is pretty good. Alright, I think this is just gonna be the deck. Fairly, you know, average. Nothing special, nothing insane, but we have some really strong 5-drops, if anything. And then decent curve, just enough removal. We are a little bit light, but I think with, again, Slash, Skullduggery, Judgment, Interdiction, and 2 Nourishment, we should be fine. And yeah, I guess the deck is very average, but I think the draft went pretty well in the sense that I do like Erasor, but I have too many 5-drops. I'm not gonna play it over any of the other 5-drop. Yeah, I think the draft went pretty well in the sense that we did not reopen anything, you know, great for us. It's not one of these easy draft where you open a Bomber in one color and the color ends up being open and everything is easy and all. But we're able to, you know, I guess determine the colors that were open and we got what we needed to have a playable deck. But again, a little bit clunky. Blue Bomb Rare, Red Bomb Rare, Green Bomb Rare, and Black-White are the open colors. Alright, for the mana base, we have a little bit more black, but a lot of double white, but they come pretty late in the game anyway. And we need the black really early, so I think it's just gonna be 9/8. Interesting. I rarely agree with Empty Joe. I was gonna go 9/8 with more black because again we really need the black early, and I think by turn 5 we should be fine casting these. I think it's more important to make sure we have a black early in the game. Again, all of our 2-drops are black, so I'll do that. And that's gonna be the draft and the deck. So thanks for watching and see you for round 1.